Coming up on Kentucky Afield. Ever wanted to hunt but don't know how to start? We'll show you how.
Let that stock come up in your shoulder a little bit. There you go.
Next, we visit one of the largest gatherings of kayakers in the country.
You don't want to just buy one without trying it and seeing if it works for what you're doing.
And we're on Cedar Creek Lake with a Kentucky-based lure manufacturer. It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Yeah, we got one. Sweet.
Yeah, muskrat?
Yeah.
Good job.
What do you know about that, man? That's a good fish, man.
Nice male smallmouth. Healthy, pretty color.
Cody, here. Find us one more good pheasant, Cody.
As biologists, we catch ducks and we place bands on them.
And it's just a really excellent place to see cottonmouths.
I like it.
What do you think? Like bull.
That was pretty fun.
Hello and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. If you'd like to be a hunter, but you just don't know where to start, the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife has a program just for you.
Field to Fork is a hands-on learning course for adults who are new to hunting. It's designed to take a hunter from point A, where they know very little about hunting a certain species, turkey, in our case here this weekend, and walks them through the different aspects of what it takes to be a turkey hunter.
So I just got here to the Field to Fork event and we're getting ready to go shoot some shotguns and I'm really excited.
Make sure that safety's on when you're done shooting and don't take it off until you're ready to fire.
I've never shot a shotgun before, so this was my first time and I was a little nervous.
The metal piece goes towards the back. You just drop it in the chamber. Now pump the gun forward. We let them get the shot on paper, see what shot even looks like when it hits a target. See how that shot is spread out on your turkey.
Okay.
All right,
Awesome.
ready to try again?
Yeah.
And then we introduce them to turkey ammunition. It has more of a kick, so we wanted them to be prepared for that. This is a 3-inch shell, just a little bit more power behind these.
Okay.
Let that stock come up in your shoulder a little bit. There you go. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready. Nice. Good job. You ready to go check it out?
Yeah. Becky was helping me and by the time I left, I was feeling really good. Definitely more confident.
All right, and you're excited for tomorrow?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, hopefully we get out there and get a gobbler.
When we did leave, we came back up and we started learning about turkeys.
The first evening is usually started by talking about turkey regulations, turkey habitat, turkey biology and ecology, history of turkey in Kentucky.
In the early 1800s, there was an estimated 10 million turkey. We started restoration in Kentucky and started planting them in different regions to build a population across the state.
If you understand the biology behind turkeys, kind of their daily habits, what they're doing and why they're doing it, helps you think more like a turkey so you can set up where they should be. They rely heavily on their eyesight for protection. When it's dark, they're going to fly up to pine trees, something that has a canopy throughout the year that's going to protect them. If you can find where they're roosting, they're going to come back eventually, as long as you're disguised well.
We also had a conservation officer come in and teach us a little bit about laws and what we can and can't do.
Everybody aware you have to have a hunter education card, right? Everybody's got that. If you're born after January 1st, 1975, you're allowed 1 per day. How many are you allowed total in the spring? 2, right? You're not allowed to bait any artificial food source that you put out there that's not a legitimate agricultural practice. You're not allowed to hunt over that.
Different hunting styles use different decoys. Whatever hunting style you like best is what kind of decoys you're going to want to use. I like a strutting decoy, but a lot of times a young bird's going to come in and say, I'm not going to fight you today. So, a lot of times it's better off not to use a strutting decoy. As far as ground blinds go, if I was going to have a perfect place for a ground blind, be on a ridge in a field, I set one up every year just to stay dry if it's going to rain.
For this field to fork hunt, I was able to mentor Kiara. Hopefully we get a turkey, but if not, we're gonna learn a lot and have fun, and I'll have a new friend.
Yeah.
We went over the map together and made a game plan for the next morning.
I'm gonna start calling here in a little bit. We have the decoys out, so that should help. Usually if a bird sees decoys, they'll come right into them, especially in the spring. We know that they're in the area because the nest that we found on the way in. Yeah.
We had just got out of the boat and we were walking across the field
in the pitch black, and Rachel just stops in front of me suddenly,
and we almost stepped on a nest of turkey eggs.
It was really surprising.
And it's awesome too because we talked about hens making nests and laying eggs.
We felt really lucky that we had spotted them in time. One more step and it would have been bad news.
Oh, here we go. Turkey, turkey. There's our hen. She's flying to her nest. It's a bearded hen. You don't see those very often. Rachel, there's some turkeys across the lake back there beyond that brown grass. Yep, looks like hens. Good eyes, girl. Oh, look, they're flying across the creek. I just heard a gobble. It sounded like it was up this ridge. Kara, look right there. I see him. There's two. Oh, looks like three. I don't know if they're toms or jakes. I can only see their heads. Pretty sure it's three jakes, Kara. I'd be more than willing to shoot one of those. I don't think they can see the decoys where they are. It looks like they're going the other way, though. And that's quite a bit of stuff between us and them.
Because we weren't having as much success as we would have liked at that spot, we walked up the hill towards where we saw the jakes. We did hear a couple gobbles, but nothing super close, and didn't really see much, but it was a great opportunity. I learned a lot from Rachel about different ways that we hunt turkeys that can be successful, and I'm hopeful to get a turkey before the season ends.
Whether or not a turkey was harvested really doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that they've had a chance to learn from an experienced hunter. They've gotten a chance to go out and put those knowledge and skills to direct use. The other thing that makes Field to Fork different is that it stresses the sustainability of the game and the food, the meat.
It's not just about killing something, it's having sustainable meat to eat afterwards.
We showed the students how to breast out a turkey, and then my favorite part, which is cooking it and eating it. If there's anybody out there that hasn't had the opportunity to taste wild turkey, you're missing out. It is delicious.
If you'd like to learn more about this program and check the upcoming schedule, go to fw.ky.gov and search for Field to Fork. Kayak fishing is one of the fastest growing forms of fishing. If you're interested in getting involved, but you don't know where to start, check out the Boondoggle. You know, as I travel across the state of Kentucky, you know what I hear the most? I have people tell me, I'm going to fish more this year. Well, Kentucky is blessed to have so much opportunity for fishing in small lakes all throughout this state. You know the best way to get at those waters? That's in a kayak. So today we're going to Green River State Park to check out something called the Boondoggle. Kayak manufacturers are going to be here to showcase all kinds of fishing kayaks. So hey, if you're trying to get out on the water more and you want better access to lakes and streams here in the state of Kentucky, maybe a kayak is just the way you need to go about doing it. You look like you got the right idea. You heading to the water?
Yes, I am, and I hope I'm catching the biggest fish out there today.
So you're fishing out of this kayak, and that's what this event's all about today. You've got about everything a man can need in here, it looks like. Tell me what the benefit is to fishing out of a kayak versus a big boat.
The peace and quiet. You don't run out of gas. You don't have to worry about oil. After I come back, I'm relaxed. My stress just goes away.
So this Boondoggle is a nice thing. You can get out and you can talk to other people. You can see all the equipment that's here available for fishing. You look like you got it set up great and ready to go. Good luck out there. Wear your life jacket. Thanks for letting us talk to you and check out your rig.
Thank you very much.
All right. A Boondoggle, And now a lot of people may not know what a boondoggle is. Tell us what this is.
So by definition, a boondoggle is literally just a waste of time and money.
This is a fun waste of time and money because you get to come out here, you get to meet friends, test out new kayaks, maybe learn a thing or two about fishing. How did this all get started?
My former business partner and his wife, they basically decided to take a trip down to South Carolina, invited a few friends, maybe 12 people showed up, did it again in Jacksonville, Florida. A few more friends showed up and it just grew to huge numbers. This is all about the community, it's all about fellowship amongst kayak anglers. It's a great time, and we said we don't really have fishing tournaments or anything. There's no reward for catching fish.
It's just all about coming out here and enjoying the atmosphere and enjoying the water.
Yep.
And now you've got vendors that are coming on board, and they're coming out here and they're bringing all their kayaks so that you can test them out and see what fits you.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no way to know what boat works for you until you get your butt in one. So, I mean, literally, you got to get out and paddle it around, and it's really the best way to see what works.
It really is a cool event. We're glad to have you in Kentucky, and we hope you guys are back again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Jameson, I've heard that kayak fishing is the fastest growing form of fishing.
Yep, that's right. Manufacturers have actually been building the kayaks kind of around the fishermen, which before it was build a kayak, add a rod holder to it, and call it a fishing kayak. But now we actually have a lot of different models, and there's everything from species-specific, fishing-specific type kayaks, different water, and they're designed from the ground up with the fishermen in mind, with features that are made for different types of fishing.
They're absolutely great for that. And this is a venue here at the Boondoggle that a person can come in and try numerous vendors and different applications.
Right. Canoe Kentucky's out here, and they have a lot of different models, a lot of different brands. So you can actually take them on the water, because you don't want to just buy one without trying it and seeing if it works for what you're doing.
So show me some of the features on some of these boats that are new to kayaking.
Absolutely. So this is a Propel from Native. It's a foot-driven system instead of having the paddle. This gives you the advantage of keeping your hands free and being able to use your feet, much like you would just pedal a bicycle.
If you hook a fish and you want to pull it back out from under a dock or some brush, you can literally put that in reverse and use that to back up, just like a person would use a trolling motor.
Yep, that's right.
And so this one here has got a little bit lower base on it, it looks like. As far as when you're standing in the boat, the actual floor of the boat is a little lower than some of the other ones we're seeing here.
So there's two basic types of kayaks. You've got sit inside and sit on top. This is a sit inside version, so like you said, your feet are closer to the water line. A lot of people feel a little more stable. They've got a little more point of contact when you're standing in the boat on either side with your legs. Sit on top is the probably most popular style for kayak fishing. This is the Pursuit from New Canoe. So this is a very super wide, super clean and stable platform to fish out of. It also has the high-low seat, which you're gonna see is pretty standard in fishing kayaks these days.
Looks like the seat will pivot to kind of get in and out of, or to turn to fish.
Yep, to turn and fish sideways. A lot of guys will hang their feet over the side of the boat and just relax, you know, and be able to land fish and things like that. Having that seat that'll pivot is a very nice feature. They also have a Frontier that's a little bit wider and more stable version of this boat. That's what New Canoe is really known for, is how stable their kayaks are.
I'll tell you what, Jameson, the sky's the limit. Nice meeting you. Have a great time out here. Hope you catch one of them muskie.
Yeah.
Now let's check in and see who's catching what and where in this week's fishing report.
In western Kentucky, down at Kentucky and Barkley Lakes, fishing has really picked up. The water has come back down to summer pool. The water temperature is right around 73 degrees. That have moved back out. They're kind of post-spawn. They're feeding heavily on shad and on ledges, secondary points. Your bigger fish are out there in that deeper water. Crappie, they've all kind of moved back out. You still might catch some up shallow, but out deeper on the ledges, using minnows would be productive for your white crappie. Bluegill, red ear, they've kind of moved back out, but still biting on red worms and crickets, fishing under a bobber. Catfish are starting to pick up, fishing on night crawlers, are going out to the river channels, fishing for blue cats, using some cut bait or some big chunks of night crawler. Well, this is Paul Reister, and I hope you find a good day to go fishing.
This is Tom with your fishing report from northeastern Kentucky. Huge thank you to all the volunteers and organizations who put on kids fishing events last weekend around the area. Out on Cave Run Lake, we're sitting slightly above summer pool, and temperatures are in the low to middle 70s. Anglers are picking up tons of smaller size crappie on the brush piles, and those fish are running in the 7 to 8 inch range. If you're catching a ton of these fish, your best bet would be pull off of the pile and try another location, either within that pile or another pile altogether. Grayson Lake is getting ready to kick over into its summer catfish frenzy, but for now temperatures are right and the season is in for hand fishing. Look for those rocky holes along the banks that have little to no silt around them, maybe a few bluegill in the mouth, and you're about guaranteed that there is or was a catfish nesting under there. Lastly, don't forget your farm ponds. There's another often overlooked place to catch some nice fish, and wherever you go, good luck and stay safe.
Hi, this is Kevin Fry with your Eastern Area Fisheries Report. Some tailwater trout stockings occurring recently with Martin's Fork and Fish Trap on June 6th, and Paintsville, Carr Creek, and Buckhorn for June 12th. Good reports for bluegill on spawning beds at Yatesville Lake. Some lakes are on the first spawning and a few are on the second spawning beds, such as at Panbowl and Paintsville Lakes. Both Panbowl and Paintsville additionally having nice catches of red ear sunfish, live baits such as redworms or waxworms, working well under floater or just with split shot only and drug through bed areas. As roll through June and water temps increase, looking for hand fishing to pick up. The catfish hand grabbing or fishing season runs June 1 to August 31.
Cedar Creek Lake in central Kentucky is one of the state's premier bass fishing lakes. We recently went out there and fished with Cabin Creek lures made right here in Kentucky. So we're out here fishing today at Cedar Creek Lake with Cabin Creek baits. Well, Cedar Creek is nearly 800 acres and it's located in Lincoln County. Now it is pretty busy with fishermen, but the good thing about Cedar Creek Lake is you're not going to be dealing with skiers and jet skis. It is a fisherman's lake. It's that time of year in spring, you know, spring's the best time obviously to catch the big fish, but man, they scatter.
It seems like the fish are doing a lot of different things right now. You got some that are shallow and some that are still coming up, and you can see the ones that have been up, they've got a lot of color, and then you'll catch one that's solid white, you know, he just came in.
Until the water gets warm enough that they're all up. But by that time, the big ones have a lot of times spawned out. So if you wait till then to start fishing, you miss your best opportunity to catch big fish. So.
Got him. Yes, sir. Nice one.
There we go.
Nice healthy fish.
Look how fat that joker is. Lord have mercy.
Nice healthy one.
Just never felt it, just ran with it, right off that wood. Look how fat that joker is. Just about 13 inches long and fat as mud. So what is one of your more popular lures out there at Cabin Creek? I know you're known for your lizards and your tubes.
We are. Actually, our top selling bait is our spider jig.
Okay.
And they've been around for, gosh, ever since the company started, 30 years. The crawl that we're fishing today has come on really strong in the last couple years. 51 degrees back in here right now.
You know, it's amazing when you get in here in the early spring like this, what 1 or 2 degrees on the water temperature can really stack some fish.
It does, and that's why I want to get where we're going, because I know in the back it was warming up. The further you get back in the back, it was warming up.
I tell you what, this weather today keeps changing. It goes from the sun comes out, it warms up, too hot to fish in a jacket. 10 minutes later, sun goes in, wind starts blowing, got to put the jacket back on. One of those days, you never know what you're going to get in the spring.
There he is.
Yes, sir. Soft plastic fishing requires an individual who's got great touch and feel with their hands. You need pretty good equipment to be able to feel that bait at all times, because a lot of times the fish will just peck it or pop it and sit there because the bait's not moving very fast.
Nice one.
Right out of that old creek channel. 2.5, 3 pounds. Look how thick it is from the top to the belly. It's a healthy fish. So Lance, you know this lake we're on today, Cedar Creek's got this 20-inch minimum size limit, 1 fish a day. What's your thoughts on that?
I love it. I absolutely love it. It works too. I mean, the quality and quantity of fish you catch here is phenomenal.
Yeah, to be a small lake, it really does have some high quality bass, and They've done a good job trying to manage all the other species to keep them in check so that the bass could thrive at this lake too. So. Got him on that buoy worm. Well, Cedar Creek Lake has got tons of habitat for all types of different fishing situations. I mean, there's deep holes, you can fish deep, you can fish rock, you can fish timber, brush piles. The department did a great job in making that lake full of structure.
Gotcha. My grandfather told me that if you weren't getting hung up, you weren't fishing close enough. I got a whole big, what are those?
That's a lot of tackle. That's a man that likes to soft plastic fish right there. And then all of a sudden, 20, 30 mile an hour wind. Much harder, they'll be uprooting. We started out today trying to catch them with soft plastics presenting really slow, but fishing windy conditions makes it really difficult to keep that line straight to that bait. You might still be getting some bites, but a lot of them may go undetected. But I believe with the wind we're gonna have to try something different. First cast, we got a small one here on spinnerbait.
Yeah, my wife will love that. Those days when you say, I wish the wind would blow a little bit, today is not one of them.
Man, we need a little wind on the water.
Just a little breeze, man, and we can catch them. Woo.
When the wind gets up and starts blowing the bait around, fish a lot of times get into more of a chasing mode. You want to try to catch the fish as aggressively as they'll bite. If they'll bite as fast as you can reel it, you cover more water, you cover more fish. You got him. Look at that belly on that joker. That one there's a little skinny. It's the first fish we've seen today on this lake that really wasn't healthy. We'll let that one grow up a couple years. Hopefully pack on a little weight. I love to see people who share the passion of fishing like myself. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Lance today, he's very passionate about soft plastic fishing. He's very passionate about finding new and different techniques to try to go after largemouth bass. And I just really enjoy to be around other people who share that passion. Your partner Steve's out here on the lake somewhere. So this is probably a busy time of year for you guys out there at Cabin Creek, and getting a day away to be on the water, I'm sure, is a bit of a treat.
It really is. It's definitely our busiest time of the year, and we honestly really don't have much business being out here today. There you go.
It's a little better fish. There you go. Look how pretty that fish is marked up.
Look at the black spots on that one.
Pretty good fish.
Got the black spots down this tail.
Yeah.
Typically those are the big ones here. When they've got the black spots, they typically get pretty big.
Look, it's even down here on the
you got them on his fin.
Fin there, yeah. Yep. That's a pretty fat little fish right there. It's a good one. Now let's see who else is out there having fun as we check out this week's ones that didn't get away. Here's Caitlin Gill of Stamping Ground, Kentucky with a nice bass caught at a farm pond. Nice job. Here's Trip Holzclaw showing us his first bass ever caught in a family farm pond in Lincoln County. Nice fish. Check out this buck. This is a Boone and Crockett deer taken by Justin Roberts of Shelby County. Nice deer. Here's Connor Forsyth with his first turkey ever taken while hunting with his papaw. Nice job. Here's a proud hunter, Danielle Dick, showing us her nice turkey taken in Pulaski County. Congratulations. Here's Ray Hoppenjohns and his sister-in-law Melinda with a nice day of fishing on Lake Cumberland. We got a nice smallmouth and a largemouth bass. Congratulations. Here's Maxon Wright, who's showing us his very first fish ever on his very first fishing trip. He said fishing is fun. You can tell this is a big crappie by looking at Nathan Bleemel's face. Nice fish caught at Barren River Lake. Congratulations. Here we have Cannon Linville with a nice Cedar Creek bass caught while bank fishing. Nice job. Here we have Billy Shelton of Crab Orchard, Kentucky, showing us 2 nice crappie taken on Lake Cumberland. Nice fish. Here we have Michael Carpenter with a really nice gobbler, weighed in at 25 pounds, taken in Crab Orchard, Kentucky. Had 11-inch beard. Nice turkey. Here we have Landon Combs of Bracken County with his fish, caught at the Milldall Dam in the Ohio River. Says he's hooked. Nice job. As the summer days heat up, don't forget, fishing at night can be very productive. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and hope to see you in the woods or on the water.